What's going on, everybody? John here with you. It's May 6, 2026. Back-to-back days with a stream. And that feels good because I finished off the MIHL quick hit right up between the Shadow and Kings. So it's going to free me up for this one today. Let's get into the starting lineups. So head coached by Joe Quenneville are the Anaheim Ducks. It's Leo Carlsson, Chris Kreider, Tortorella, Jackson LaCombe, and Jacob Trouba. Kel Granlund, Alex Lorne, Beckett, Sennecke, Pavel and John Carlsson, Ryan Paley, Mason McTavish, Cutter Gauthier, Tim Washy, Jeffrey Veal, Ian Moore with Tyson Hines, and Drew Hellison. Lucas Dolstall will be the goaltender of record for the Ducks. And for VGK, head coach by John Tortorella, it sounds like this. They're 39, 26, and 17. Again, Bruce Cassidy was there for most of the year. John Tortorella hired on really late when they let go of Bruce Cassidy, but they've lost way more games than they won, but they still finished first in the Pacific because of those 17 overtime losses. Again, that's not going to come into factor in the playoffs. The Ducks were 43, 33, and 6. At least they won more games than they lost. Jack Eichel, Ivan Barbashev, Pavel Dorofeyev, Braden McNabb, and Shea Theodore. It's Mitchell Marner, Brett Howden, Mark Stelman, Noah Hannafin, and Rasmus Anderson. The Calgary boys will be on the second line for Vegas' defense. While Will Carlsson will make his return, his second game back. He's on the third line with Tomas, Hertl, and Keegan Kolesar. Ben Hutton, King Korchak will be the back-end defense, as Nick Dowd, the former Capital, will be out there with Cole Smith and Colton Sissons. They could put Riley Smith in there as well. Brandon Saad is the extra. Again, Kira Schmid will be the third backup behind Carter Hart and Aiden Hill. So there are some names here that could still get into the lineup, but as you start getting into the playoffs, especially on the second round, that bench is going to get a little bit shorter here. And it's interesting because if we got pregame for another minute before we get into the puck drop. But in game one, Vegas won 3-1. There was only one goal scored through 40 minutes. Brett Howden got the opener. Ivan Barbashev and Mitch Marner at 15:02 and 19:54 at the empty net of the third. In Anaheim, it's Mikael Granlund with his third of the playoffs for the only Ducks tally. But Anaheim led the shot board 34-22 and out-hit Vegas 37-26. Both teams combined 0 for 6 on the power play. Is this going to happen again for the Ducks? Are they going to be able to dominate this game and find another loss? Or what else will happen again? Because Carter Hart was dominant, 33 of 34 in the saves. I mean, he really played well and denied the Anaheim Ducks a chance to go up 1-0 in the series. Lucas Dolstall only stopped 19 of 21 on the loss. He's got his Olympic experience behind him as well. The Ducks need to win this game, but I think if they go back and do the same thing they did in game two, just get a little more finish on it, they should be able to tie this series up and then go back to the Honda Center and feel pretty good about themselves. I noticed that Cooper Hopkins ended up liking the tweet across the board. Again, he is around Orange County, even though the Calgary Flames are his childhood team, and then you got the Seattle Kraken from where he's from. I kind of wonder if he's rooting for the Ducks a little bit, despite having Rasmus Anderson and Noah Hannafin on the Vegas Golden Knights, because it's kind of a blood rival for Calgary anyway. But it'll be interesting to see the way this goes. My name is John On. I'll be your play-by-play man. I'm going to take you all the way through this one, and then we'll have a day off Thursday. I'll be back for Montreal and Buffalo Game 2. Alec Nava covered that one as Buffalo ended up getting a 4-2 victory. I'll be back to cover the Friday version, and then I'll have some MIHL stuff probably to close if the Shadow beat the Kings on Saturday. So Carter Hart, 5'2", 249, 910. Lucas Dolstall in the playoffs, 4-3, 359, 878. So those numbers have got to get much better for the Ducks in the goal crease. Kind of reminds me of the Dobish game, but then he went alive in Game 7 and kind of changed things around. So we're underway now. An immediate chance for Troy Terry right off the hop in the first 10 seconds. Will be denied by Carter Hart as this goes back down. Minshikov takes a hit. Cutter Gauthier out there as well. Troy Terry and off the spin and turn as the Mustard Gold have the puck We'll pick this one up now on the left side dot. And this will be off a drop pass, canceled off. Terry try to push this ahead. Braden McNabb will watch this get shoveled in the corner. Ducks try to push this head immediately as this is Marner. Chance backhand gets popped up into the air. Dostal will do the same toward the right side of the crease. Then a deflected chance goes off the left side of the boards. Noah Hannafin will chip this one in. As Dostal has been busy early, Alex Colon trying to break up the gut. And toward the left side, Don Anaheim content to chip it into the right side red line. Here's a chase for it now. It's wrapped around the inboards here for the Ducks. They get this in the high slot now. Here's a slapper, and Carter Hart will see that all the way. He'll catch it with the trapper. So chance in the first 6 seconds, and this is not being stopped to talk about on the TNT side. It was Troy Terry. Here's another ripper. This one goes off the right side of the cage, as this will be recollected now. Here for Noah Hannafin to the left side. He gets canceled off. Here's a waft toward the left side red line now, and this will be sipped in off the glass. Carter Hart will slow it down with the glove hand, and it'll be picked up now. Start again from Rasmus Anderson. There will be a chase across for Mitch Marner. He'll spin and turn. He gets dwarfed toward the right side boards, and the Ducks have some numbers. Beckett, Sennecke, backhanded pass. Sennecke was open across the right wing, but that pass gets deflected. Start again now for Drew Hellison. Hellison's clear attempt goes back down and across the end boards here. Jacob Trouba push this one across. This will be rimmed around the end boards for an ice. Did not gain the red line. Was Joe Quenneville's squad. Ducks on a 1-on-3 now off the spin and turn, as this was Ross Johnston will send this one down the ice, and now Vegas and John Tortorella, it's their turn to ice the puck, and unbegrudgingly he's already shaking his head. 12-2-1 is Torts since being named the Vegas head coach on March 29th. That includes the tail end of the regular season and this postseason in totality. Again, very late. You're about 2 weeks into the regular season in April. When that's all done, when you get into the playoffs, 12-2-1 as Vegas, even with a 39-26-17 record, they still have more losses than wins, but they were hot down the stretch. And now they're up 1-0 in this second round series against an upstart Ducks team, headlined by GM Pat Verbeek. Here is Jack Eichel. He will get this in the high slot now. Eichel will shoot. It'll be deflected by the Ducks. Excellent work there. As this is recollected to the left sideline. This would be intercepted by Jansen Harkins and then offsides. Shot board is quickly 3-2 Vegas, and we're not even 3 minutes expired into this game number 2. So what I want to notice in my first look at the Ducks, admittedly all year, is Vegas has won 4 straight games. Again, we just profiled John Tortorella's record since the takeover, but the Ducks have a ton of speed, and they got a lot of good young players as this was played up above, and I think a hand pass as well, so Leo Carlsson will watch that play get blown dead. Ross Johnston, first since September 13, 2020, playing in his 6th career postseason game. That was the bubble, I believe, against the New York Islanders. So it's pretty much a thrill to be able to jump back in. And Jansen Harkins in his 5th career postseason game, his first since June 4, 2021. As this will be sent back down. Picked up now for Keegan Kolsar. Running around the inboards now for Tomas Hertl. And we'll see now Carlsson plays this in tight toward the left side. Vegas try to send this out in front. It gets deflected a couple times. Dolstall makes the save. And we're going to get a high stick. Tomas Hertl going to go to the box. And the high stick for Hertl to Carlsson probably stopped him from getting the stick down as he was still bouncing off his skate. He had to attend right to his face. So who knows? Hertl might have stopped the goal there. But now they got to deal with the Ducks power play. Both teams combined 0 for 6. Ducks had 4 opportunities in game 1, did not score on it. 40% tied for first in the postseason. That's included the 0 for 4. Vegas penalty kill 95%. The only team that's better is the Colorado Avalanche. So here we go. Carlsson flip this one across. John Carlsson, the former Washington Capital. That was one of the headline trades. As this is at the top of the key. Picked up now from Granlund. Carlsson, Ripper. This one hits the glass. Ducks will pick it up. Again, they have the orange pants in terms of the white in the middle of that Mighty Duck logo. As this will be kept near the left side boards. Carlsson one more time. And Mikael Granlund. Granlund now being patient near the right side dot. In the high slot now, right out in front, it's tipped and saved by Carter Hart. As this goes back down now for John Carlsson. Carlsson rides the line in the high slot. Back to Granlund from the left dot. Touch pass in the bumper here. And this one gets knocked away. He's picked up by Chris Kreider for a moment. Back to Carlsson now. Carlsson to Granlund. He has not left that left dot. This is passed across the middle looking for Terry. And this was sent back around for Leo Carlsson. Now for John. Here's Mikael Granlund. Toward the left side dot. Terry with a ripper. This one will stay in play. Picked up now by Carlsson again. The top line still out there. Another wrister. 5-hole save. It was canceled off by Carter Hart, and the Vegas gets it down. A lot of work to do there. They were able to survive. Troy Terry with a couple of chances. Now Beckett Sennecke will change with Ryan Poehling and Alex Killorn on that second line. Here's Poehling. We'll throw this back to his defense. Here's a ripper and no screen. A good save for Carter Hart. It would have probably sailed a little bit, but you can't take a chance. We'll make another stop at 15-11. It's 5 shots already for the Ducks, not even inside the first 5 minutes. Jackson LaCombe, they were showing him off the partial deflection on that previous shot. Now they've ballooned the shot total of the Ducks for 6. They're shot out of cannon here throughout this first period, but they have not scored just yet. We'll take this draw again as they take out one of the Ducks in the circle here. Noah Hannafin spins it around, and that will kill more time. Lucas Dolstall and Butterfly near the right post will get things started here for Jackson LaCombe. LaCombe had spent some time as a backup for Team USA when they won that gold medal because of Connor Hellebuyck's heroics, among other things. And now we'll see if this is a penalty over the Vegas Golden Knights. The Ducks want one, and this might have been flipped out of the zone. And Mitch Marner doesn't like it, but now the Zebras will capitulate here with 4 seconds left to go in Anaheim's power play. Might be another mustard goal in the box. Looks like Marner, the former Leaf, is going to spend some time. So not really too much for a 5-on-3, but 4 seconds and 7 shots on goal here for the Ducks. Leo Carlsson back on the ice. If they could draw this back, he's got a good spot to shoot here from that left dot. This is off the tie-up now. Ducks try to get possession. Leo Carlsson will get toward the right dot and receive the pass. Carlsson now with a ripper. This one goes off. Hertl goes up and on a play. So Tomas Hertl going to come back out of the box now, but Mitch Marner still $1:51 left to go, or so he hopes, as the Ducks continue to pour it on early here, looking for the game's first goal. And that shot Carter Hart right in the mass. 8 shots already to 2 at 14:41 of the first. John here with you on the solo call. We're watching this one at T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Again, as I always love to mention, I was there before COVID when Anthony Mantha scored the game-winning goal for the Red Wings over VGK. It's a beautiful venue, and the Ducks are getting used to playing playoff hockey. Headlined by Pat Verbeek and Joe Quenneville. Granlund, Carlsson, right at the net was Granlund. He gets hit up in the face, and that should be another penalty against Vegas as Granlund was going right to the net. He looked like he got hit right in the head, and he got taken down. Now the mouthpiece is out. He's talking with the Zebras here. Are they going to say yes or no? The referees are convening. He went down. I don't think Granlund would be one to dive there, considering how this game has started. And the Zebras will talk about it. Who's going to see it here? Jack Eichel got a piece of Granlund, and they're going to set it at 4 and downgrade it to 2 if they need to. But this will be a third penalty against Vegas at 14:27. So 4 minor penalties already against Vegas, and we're not even 6 minutes expired in the first. It's 0-0. The Anaheim Ducks have a 7-2 lead on the shot board. It's Marner and Eichel in the box now. Marner's got the delay a game for puck over glass and a double minor as Mikael Granlund. He's got some bleeding toward the bottom of the chin. They're beginning this toward the lips now as he's getting some repairs and some, I'm guessing, freeze gel. If Cooper Hopkins was in here with me on the broadcast, he would be able to tell me more details of what that is. Gauthier now will work his way in tight. You got 2 wingers right next to each other, essentially on the draw from the left dot, where the left wing would be anyway off this drop. It's Leo Carlsson. Kel Granlund still got that blood on the chin. Hear that goatee. 14:27 left on the first off the top. Carlsson can't win it, and Vegas gets it down. If you're the Ducks, you got to score here once, don't you? As it's Leo Carlsson off the drop pass. See if we can get this entry going for Troy Terry. Terry now off the drop. As this was Gauthier. Put this one across. John Carlsson now crisscross. Here for Leo. Leo Carlsson. Now for Gauthier. Picked up toward the left side bumper. Now in the high slot Ducks. It's Terry. He could walk in. His shot gets deflected and sent back around the inboards here. Picked up toward the left side dot. Ducks still looking for a lane to shoot. Gauthier. Slap pass. We'll throw it back to the point and Alex Killorn now. Ducks have not shot it yet. It's Terry drop for Alex Killorn, the former Lightning man. Looking for Troy Terry in the high slot. Gauthier with a slap pass. And this one will be deflected. Sent back in behind the inboards for Leo Carlsson. It's Gauthier. Now back to Leo. Leo throws it at the point for Killorn. Slap pass again. One-timer. This deflected. Ducks 5-on-3 looking very putrid here. Got to get shots at the net. and get some traffic. Opportunity in the high slot for Leo Carlsson. He instead defers to Cutter Gauthier. At the bumper here, Carlsson, not a Gauthier. Troy Terry. Gauthier fires. This one-timer is deflected. Ducks can't hold it up. A diving play. Superhuman effort for Vegas. We'll send this one down. Marner has returned, but 2:20 left to go in the double minor against Eichel. The crowd getting loud here at T-Mobile. There's a race across. Carlsson knocked down. Mustard Gold gets it out again, as this is Mark Stone. We'll chase this one back for Jackson LaCombe. And Jackson now off the start from left to right. Again, the Ducks in the orange with the white shirts and the black striping had 4 power plays. They have not scored. It's 0-0. 12:15 left to go in the first. This will be settled back around for Vegas. Noah Hannafin near the left side boards chips this one down. Unbelievable work by the Vegas penalty kill. That's why they're going to be above 95%. If they kill this again, it'd be 4 straight. Beckett, Sennecke off the drop. McTavish can't hold the line. And now it's a race for Jackson. He's trying to get around a couple of stick chops here for Vegas with Colton Sissons. And now picked up here across for Granlund, who was sticked by Eichel. Now to the left side boards off the bumper. This is taken out by Vegas again. Excellent work for them. As we settle back around now for Granlund. We'll stutter stop near the right boards. Now to the right side red line. Ducks need to shoot this puck at the net. Haven't gotten anything in the last 3:50 of power play time for shots. Granlund, his pass is tipped. This will be swung at and missed, and now Vegas has to play some defense near the right side. Big hit, drops it loose. It's a 2-on-3. The Ducks have 3 back, and this will be sent back around off the backhand, and the Ducks can start this again. Excellent work for them, as Ross Johnston will get part of the clear. 10:50 left to go in the first. It's a good forecheck here from Marner. We'll kill some more of that power play time as Leo Carlsson back on the ice again. Off the drop. This is in the high slot now. This will be sauced to Leo out of the air. Jackson LaCombe has to get back in on defense. Vegas has numbers. It's Brett Howden. Pass across. Taken out toward the left side boards was Vegas. And Dostal jumps on the puck. Wow, that is absolutely incredible there for Anaheim. Had all this power play time, and it was for naught. 4 straight, a 5-on-3 for about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. The Ducks don't even get a shot. Vegas still only with 2. The Ducks have had 7. That was essentially all with what the one power play, maybe 4 of them even strength, as they came out of the gates quickly. But then it just dissipated. Vegas didn't give them anything. And now Chris Kreider looks to be holding toward the left leg as that one hurt a little bit off the shot block. Kreider's got 19 all-time power play goals for USA players. Kevin Stevens, Rick Madonna, Joe Pavelski only have more. Ducks power play goes 0 for 4 in the first. They had 4 in the entire game. A game 1 of them lost. As this is picked up for VGK. Vegas Foreign's got it now. They'll chip it across for Eichel, who just been released from the sin bin off the double minor. And Jackson LaCombe. He's canceled off. And near the left side boards, Vegas can't hold it in. This could be a break on a 1-on-1. Fight at the net. Carter Hart gets bumped into. The net does not get dislodged. And we will press on as Vegas will flip this one down. I think goaltender interference is going to be the call against Anaheim. This will give Vegas their first power play, 9:54. This game has been insane so far. Looks like Tim Washy, I think, is going to get the goaltender interference call. Be right back.
Imagine having a perfect lawn Every time we drive, we're bringing everything we love out on the road. And that's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
The Subaru Outback, built to achieve the highest safety ratings possible. Love is what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get 2.9% APR financing on select new Subaru Outback models. When everything on the IHOP value menu is just $6, you can go all out. Because eggs, bacon, and fluffy pancakes are just $6 every day. And OMG, there's a new BLT, and it comes with fries. Celebrate every day for just $6 with the IHOP value menu.
GMG is brought to you by Geico. It feels good to have a winning team. It feels good to Geico. And by Amazon, save the everyday. McTavish is the Golden Knights still ball 4 Anaheim Ducks plays. The Ducks won 8 of 16 against Edmonton and a home for 8 in 3.5 periods against Vegas. The Golden Knights have killed off 18 in a row. Yeah, you guys at the bench level, they just feel like Anaheim could get their act together. And I don't know how much of a difference it made with Granlund versus Gauthier, but they never seemed comfortable. They wanted to get Granlund back out there for a 5-on-3, but never had the opportunity. It just felt the odds out here at the Anaheim bench, and they just couldn't get themselves out of that 5-on-3.
So here we go again. Tim Washington in the box for goaltender interference. Anaheim had 4 power plays in this first, and now it's turned for Vegas with 9:35 left to go in the first to get things going with their man advantage. Jack Eichel, who's already been in the box for a double minor, has this one go down the ice. And Anaheim does their first job in 30 seconds to get that clear. But this is a crazy start to this hockey game. Eichel now will be content to carry the mail off the 1-on-4. Shea Theodore keeps it in. Dorofeyev now will get this one back for Shea. Picked up now for Eichel near the left side dot. The right-handed shot looking for a lane to survey. It's across the bumper from left to right. And the Ducks will send this one the length of the ice. Carter Hart gets a chance to play the puck. Again, 7 of 7 so far for him. Lucas Dolstall, 2 of 2 in terms of the saves. Ivan Barbashev off the drop, but no sir. This one goes back down the ice to Carter Hart. We'll get to play the vulcanized rubber again. And this will be starting in for Rasmus Anderson. Anderson pushes this one ahead for Wild Bill toward the left side. Will Carlsson now try to get this off the tie-up. So we'll try to recollect near the left side of the red line, and it's loose. Picked up for the Ducks here. They'll be able to skate somewhere before they have to send this one down. It's excellent work there. The Ducks might get something short-handed here, and the stick goes flying for VGK and push it the other way now for Hertl. Hertl will chip and chase himself near the left side red line. Take a big hit absorbed as one of the Ducks there. Here for Pavel Minchukov. And settle back down as Granlund is on the left side. Pavel will pick it up through his defensive partner and send this one across. This will be ripped back down to Carter Hart. And the Vegas power play is all for naught. 0 for 5 combined between both of these so far. And there's only 6 penalties in game 1. This is all from the first here. So it's been a little bit of a fortuitous start as Leo Carlsson will get jammed against the left side glass. Tyson Hines out there as well with Ross Johnson. Hines trying to pick it up now on his forehand. He's got some work to do to clear it out. Vegas bumps it for a second near the right side dot, and it'll roll back to Hines. He'll quickly chip it off the glass before he has to take a hit. Vegas being physical there to try to pry that forecheck loose, but the Ducks will escape. Leo Carlsson now will get pinned against the glass. McNabb can't find the puck as this will be rattled around the inboards now for Vegas, and a big hit. That could have been partial boarding, but we stay here. Puck almost hit Terry in the face off the deflection, and this will go back to VGK. It's stolen right in the middle of the slump. Leo Carlsson tries to dance 1-on-4, and he loses the puck. As this will go back now Carlsson now off the jump. That's John. And this will be picked up here for the Washington Capitals in this one. John Carlsson goes off sides, and so do 3 other Ducks. As the referee, one of the Zebras, might have got hit with the puck. 6:35 away from the play. We'll step aside. We're still scoreless.
Our very way of life. But there is one thing that can stop it. Sustain Pro, a triple action formula that hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Sustain Pro, saving the world from dry eyes.
So shots are still 8-2 Ducks.
If you remember a story when his coach in Philadelphia Flyers a couple of years ago, he had a 12-year-old young boy battling cancer, Owen Machita. He was cleared of cancer, and there he is with Coach Norris. He was cleared of cancer last year. But unfortunately for Owen and his family, he is back ill. The Children's Hospital in Philadelphia is on the set of well wishes to Owen and his family.
This will be slapped in amongst the inboards here for Jansen Harkins, and then up and out of play. Again, these are guys in Jansen Harkins and Ross Johnson that have not played in several years, and they're playing in meaningful playoff games with the Ducks and Joe Quenneville's squad. And as we said, as we get a stoppage at 6:23, it's only 2 shots on goal for Vegas here so far. And Tortorella, I mean, you got to be happy that it's scoreless considering the situation, but you guys need to pick it up a little bit here, even though they're already up 1-0 in the series. But the Ducks look to be in control. If they would have maybe executed on half of the power plays and went 2 for 4, you'd think they'd be able to ride this one home already. And I'm saying that really early in the first, as this is a sharp angle chance. Work as a clear for John Carlsson. Picked up now into the left side boards for Cutter Gauthier, and he's got to escape back here as this will be ripped down nicely off a long clear. It'll be touching the stick of Carter Hart. Now Noah Hannafin from Rasmus Anderson, the former Flames boys, picked this up at another offsides here as Granlund got a little too antsy.
Would check on me. I don't want to say it was daily, but it was pretty close. And we'll always be grateful for that support. I was going through myself and my family was going through a challenge of stage-3 colon cancer. So thank you to both of those.
Left side red line clear in for Anaheim as we're still waiting for the first goal. Ducks have played very well in this opening frame. Brett Howden now off a chip and chase. He gets canceled off by Jacob Truber, the former blue shirt. Troy Terry will lurk. Jackson LaCombe takes another heavy hit. Back in behind the inboards now, and Terry will circumvent for Braden McNabb, who gets the steal for the Mustard Gold. 5:25 left to go in the first. John, I'm your play-by-play man for Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs Round 2 between the Ducks and VGK. Winner probably gets the Colorado Avalanche. They're up 2-0 on the Minnesota Wild right now. They do go back home, Minnesota, to XL Energy Center. They don't have to play Game 3 until Saturday, so that will give them some time. Probably Jesper Wallstedt in net. Here's a chance. That almost caught Hart by surprise. I think he made the save with his right skate and caught it with his glove hand. I'm not even sure who shot it there for the Ducks. We'll take another break at 5:03. We'll get the replay here in a second. Turnaround chance. And this was deflected by Johnston. But I'm looking on, it's Jansen Harkins who threw that one on. But Carter Hart was alert and made the save.
Quenneville is approved for the treatment of relapsing forms of multiple sclerosis in adults. Quenneville lowers the number of white blood cells, lymphocytes, in your gut. Usually, this will return to normal within 1 to 2 weeks of stopping treatment. Quenneville can increase your risk of serious infections that can be life-threatening and may cause death. Quenneville can cause your heart rate to slow down, especially after taking stress. Do not take Quenneville if in the last 6 months you had a heart attack, unstable angina, stroke, or other severe heart conditions, including certain attacks to the normal heart. The most common side effects of Quenneville include other areas of gut infections, elevated liver enzymes, and high blood pressure. Starting treatment with Quenneville will begin with startup. Ask your doctor about Quenneville or visit Quenneville.com to learn more. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
I'm Chad. I work for a professional football team. I earn my degree online at destination and pick with my schedule. Mondays, Tuesdays, but back days, I can get all my assignments done. Wednesday, we'll have the practice field. Thursday, initial discussion post is due. We're going to leave on Friday with my East Coast trip. I'm going to take advantage of the time spent on the bus, even in the hotel, finish any of my other coursework that I needed to do prior to kickoff on Sunday. SMHU and the support system didn't make it possible. Go to SMHU.edu.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off. Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off sometime.
It's certainly a different figure in this one so far. When you got 4 penalty kills to start the game, you better be ready. And Hart certainly was. And go back to that game in game 1. If you're a figure of that one so far, I think we're
4:50 up to go here in the first. We're still waiting for the game's first goal. Ducks lead the shot board 10-3. As this is sent back, chipped off the glass. Carlsson can't steal, and that is William Carlsson. This is picked up off the backhand, right to Hunter. A couple of saves. As this one's knocked away, John Carlsson was actually going to cheat for offense there. And Carter Hart stands tall. He stopped all 12 that he's faced so far. He has been exceptional in this series. 6 scoring chances to 1 in favor of the orange and white. As we go back now to the mustard gold, and Braden McNabb will flip it in. Left side dot will be knocked away, and a rolling vulcanized rubber goes down the ice below dead against the Ducks. They cannot change.
get the puck to the net. The rebound is there. It negotiates right there. And that beautiful little snow shower too there. What's the great?
That was Alex Kaloran off the backhand. The cutter Gauthier, number 61, the former Philadelphia Flyer, off of that latest stop, to give the names correction there. It's been the first time since I've covered the Ducks. So as we continue to get some more familiarity with these teams, hopefully that'll happen less and less. This will be sent back in on the end boards now with the face-off win for Vegas. And Dostal is going to be forced to hold. Near the right side is Bennett Sennecke trying to get a piece of Pavel Dorofeyev right at 4 minutes. Another face-off win. Hannafin with a rocket and set up from Anderson. And Dorofeyev now with an extra little cross-check after the play as Dostal sharing some words alongside with Jacob Trouba as we get a commercial half and half. So a couple face-off wins there for Vegas, giving them a couple extra shots, although they still trail on that board 12-5 at 3:55 of the first. Carter Hart's brilliance throughout this series is the reason why Vegas is up 1-0 so far, and on the edge of at least being a scoreless first when they gave up 4 penalties to start the game. Granlund against Eichel on the draw. This is near the left dot. Eichel off the tie-up. I'm not sure what the whistle's for. I think we're just going to get back to the circle here and do it again. Now it'll be Cutter Gauthier here against Eichel. One more time. Eichel wins that very clean. Rasmus Anderson gets hit at the line. Hannafin looking for a tip play. As Vegas has it one-timer, this one blocked. Eichel let it go very quickly. And now the Vegas pressure. Physicality there for Barbashev. He tries to play that pass from Eichel. Now Barbashev will chase it on the left side red line. Trouba gets it out. And now Vegas tried to steal off the pinball. Couple extra work there for the Ducks, and some late hits take the stick out of the hand of one of the Vegas Golden Knights. But now this is Noah Hannafin. He gets a rough ride from Troy Terry. As this one's kissing the corner, another big hit as Minchikov gets knocked down on his heavily padded wallet. And as both teams getting very physical here. Leo Carlsson will watch this one get just in the corner. It's Pavel Minchikov. Got to throw it back. Every single time Minchikov touches the puck, they go right at him. Leo Carlsson now off the drop, as this will be settled back down. Picked up here for Carter Hart. Carter Hart now takes a send around, as this will be picked up here for the Ducks. And they'll start again in their own end. 2:40 left to go in the first. Vegas gets the steal. Here's a lofted pass into the middle of the dots, but Vegas not going to be able to touch because John Tortorella's squad was in the middle of a change. Another offsides will be called as Mitch Marner skated a little too gingerly across the left side blue. 2:30 left in the opening frame. Well, Carlsson will win this one back, and Vegas content to dump it in. Carlsson will chase it toward the left side. Hutton gets hit pretty hard. This one bounces up in the air. This will be glove down. Here for Beckett, Sennecke. And then around the inboards here. This is the Ducks on a steal. Rip it toward the net. Never hit Carter Hart. Wild Bill. Good flip pass. Push this one ahead. Now we'll try to rip it toward the net. To the left side. This goes up and on a play off of one of the Ducks. And then we get a shove away from the play. Anaheim and Vegas, I know they're two Pacific Division rivals here. You got Tim Washy coming in, try to finish off a couple hits against Carlsson and company. Washy wants a piece of Keegan Kolsar. And Tomas Hertl says, hey, why don't you back up a little bit? 2:02 left to go in the first. The game's starting to get a little bit physical between these two division rivals. Vegas wins another draw. It's the fourth straight in the offensive zone. Hannafin Ripper. This one gets deflected and will roll back down. Vegas has to play this one Rasmus Anderson push it ahead. We choose the left side corner. Colton Sissons, the former Nashville Predator. We got Riley Smith, the original tenured Golden Misfit. This is to be recollected back at the point now. Rasmus Anderson knocks it away from his skates. Tried to step in tight toward the right side red line, and the Ducks should have numbers here if they can chase this puck. Jansen Harkins, the former Winnipeg Jet. He is taken off the puck here. Harkins not giving up on the play. Ducks will steal to the left of the bumper. And moves around the inboards now. Here for John Carlsson. John Carlsson now gets this back for Cutter Gauthier. In the high slot now. This goes back to John. Here's a touch pass. Ducks got to shoot it here. It gets deflected. This will be picked up now for Cutter Gauthier. John now will get this in between his skate blades. It's loose. It's deflected. Carter Hart makes one save. He lost his goal stick. Ducks still have pressure. Carlsson with a bomb. This one deflected by VGK. All sorts of pressure now for Joe Quenneville's shot. Shot up high. Hits Carter Hart as he gets his goal stick back from his defensive teammates. Gauthier now with another chance. Screen out in front and hit Alex Killorn. And one of the glove hands is loose and now sent back down. Not sure how Carter Hart made two of those saves with all the traffic in front of the net, but he has stopped all 14 shots he has faced. And in this previous replay, it's a double deflection. And then right at the net, it's Mikael Granlund trying to find it, and he misses off the outstretch, I think, of either the Vegas defense or he just airmailed his backhand. And then Rasmus Anderson trying to clear out the front of the blue paint for Killorn, and somehow Carter Hart in between that seam, probably a window that could fit, like a paper plate, ends up making the save. There's another chance from a sharp angle. 8-1 scoring chances of danger now. 15 saves for Carter Hart to just 4 for Lucas Dolstall. And it's 0-0. 32 seconds left. Eichel's one of the best face-off men in the league. He's got to get a D-zone draw here. Trying to get it against Leo Carlsson. He'll do so very cleanly. And Barbashev will have no problem sending this one down the ice for Jackson LaCombe. Touch pass now. Picked up now for the Ducks for Jacob Trouba. And off the windmill, trying to find Troy Terry near the right sideline. This is Leo Carlsson. Now to the left side for Jackson LaCombe. Sends it in behind the inboards. Troy Terry fighting for the contact. Howden finishes off his hit. They're going on to 2 seconds. It was all Ducks after one, but we are scoreless. 15-4 on the shot board. Ducks had 4 power plays. At times, they didn't even get shots on it. But Vegas survives. They get 1 power play, don't get any shots. We're scoreless after 1, and we come back, we'll call more. Stay tuned. So shots on goal, 15-4 Anaheim officially. Hits, 12-11 Ducks. Face-offs, that is where Vegas has had a heavy advantage. So Troy Terry with an immediate chance, 6 seconds in, and Carter Hart with a big save. High stick on Hertl. Marner got a delay game. Already 7 shots at 14:50 for the Ducks. Eichel took a double minor high stick at 14:27. It was 5-on-3 for a $1.37. Anaheim went 0 for 4. Had no shots during that 5-on-3. Tim Washy got a goaltender interference for Anaheim. Vegas got no shots on their only power play. Both teams were 0 for 5 as we get another stoppage at 6:35. Shots at that point were 8-2 Anaheim. Harkins with a chance at the stoppage of 5:03. They could have caught Hart by surprise near the right boards. Washy getting physical with Keegan Kolesar at 2:02. Starting to pick up those crunches in the heavy play. Ducks pressure at the end of the period as Rasmus Andersson pushes Killorn out of the way, and Hart makes a save in between that space. That is your highlights after one in a scoreless period. Let's give you an intermission reset for what happened earlier. Alec Nava covered this game. Buffalo Sabres beat the Canadiens 4-2. Canadiens just played a 7-game series against the Lightning. There was no goals in the third, but there was a lot of damage in the first and second. Josh Doan and Ryan McLeod at 4:31 and 13:26. McLeod gets his first on the power play. Nick Suzuki answers on the power play as the Canadiens make a 2-1 deficit from Slafkovsky and Demidov. Then Jordan Greenway and Bowen Byram as the Sabres get a second power play at 3:32. That was even strike 901. The power play for Byram is fourth in the postseason. Kirby Doc answers at 16:31 on the second from Zachary Bolduc, but that's it, and that's all. 4-2. It is a Buffalo win. Alex Lyon was splendid, 26 of 28, and Jakob Dobesh just 12 of 16. So that phenomenal game he had against the Lightning, he plays very poorly in this game one against the Sabres, just a 750 and 12 of 16. That is not going to get the job done. The Knicks survive against the Philadelphia 76ers. They win 108-102 to hold serve at MSG. It is 26 points for Tyrese Maxey. No Joel Embiid in this one, as Maxey gets 26 in 47 minutes. So he played all but 1 minute of the entire game. I mean, that's crazy. Josh Hart played 44 minutes. Jalen Brunson 41. Brunson had 26. Karl Anthony Towns 20. OG Anunoby 24. Not much bench production there for the Knicks today. Right now it is the Spurs all over the Timberwolves 46-32 with 3:30 left to go before they hit the first half.
But you can see there, John Stevens, he ends up coming down, grabbing the notepad, and going over it with the notes exactly what you're going to do. And if you're the power play here, there's not much the penalty kill can throw at you. Like, they're going to be a diamond, and maybe you just got to focus on which way they hold their hand or which way they shoot it, But right off the draw, boom, that wins it, 200-foot clear. But here is where I'm like, you got to show some sense of urgency. You go 0 for 4 in game one, it ends up basically costing you the game. And look at how much time is spent on the perimeter. Like, to me, if I'm on this power play, I'm looking for a quick strike, and we're going to get Vegas on the run. And like right there, Angelo even pointed out, Terry down the middle, he's got to let that thing go. And I don't know if they're looking for the perfect shot, a lot of back and forth, a lot of dusting it off base, and ultimately a whole lot of nothing. Not one shot, a minute and a half on the 5-on-3.
It felt like a wasted opportunity to get some momentum early in this hockey game. Yes, Carter Hart has made a ton of saves, but this Anaheim Ducks power play, they had 2 units that move the puck around. There's no more sense of urgency of taking the puck to net like what Vince was talking about. And you have one of the best guys in front of the net, Chris Kreider, picking pucks. And to your point, is sometimes when you're on a 5-on-3, you're looking for that wide open opportunity to score instead of just simplify it, especially when you go 0 for first game. So here, simplify more urgency, get to the net, especially at this Kreider.
off the side of the net. It's almost like he's looking for that bumper that's dropping down in the lower slot area to hit him. But the two defenders collapsed him. If you're Kreider, just drive that and try to jam it, and at least that will collapse that triangle to open things up later on in the power play. So way too much dust to get off looking for the perfect play, and ultimately it's cost them. Although they did have a good first period and controlled a lot of the play, those are the opportunities you have to take care of. But Vegas Golden Knights penalty kill was 95% coming into this one. They basically won in the first round series against Utah with 2 shorthanded goals as well. So marvelous job by John Stevens as a really good guy.
The big use of collapsing too. We've seen John Carlsson for years in Washington creep from that blue line position and take advantage of that triangle collapsing down in front of the net. He didn't do it that time. And we just talked about it. Chris Carter's in front. How does John Carlsson fire a bomb? When they start taking that away from you, then you go to your flank and try to rotate and has a missile on that flank also.
I mean, you were smiling during stuff like this. Like, it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, listen, Hart's good. Yeah, he's got 47 to 48 so far. But, I mean, you could get more comfortable. So,
Yeah, and I think you can sense it sometimes as you go when the game starts like that. You get pushed back 4 penalties first 5-6 minutes. Sometimes it's hard for a team to recover that period. It's almost like you need to get out of those 20 minutes and regroup because everybody is off track a little bit. But luckily for Vegas, Hart not huge in this first period. And when you look at his structure is so good. You know, the way he moves, the way he keeps his glove, he's very compact. He's kind of like a square box, just moving from side to side. A lot of control as well, too, but it helps having that much control or structure in front of it. Yes, they spend a lot of time in their own end, but they do have a lot of structure in their own end, which helps Hart play his game.
So his good plays carried over from game 1 to game 2. The one guy we were worried about in terms of the bounce back, Jackson McCall. So much talented with his 25-year-old team in first postseason, and he had a rough one in game 1.
He did, especially coming off of a great first round versus Edmonton. He was unbelievable for Connor McDavid. And the last game, he's inside the offensive zone. Great play from Leo Carlsson, but Jackson LaCombe needs to be Jackson LaShoot. Like, he doesn't shoot the puck here. He tries to make this cute play, handcuffs his teammate, and that's just not going to fly here in the second round versus a stingy Vegas Golden Knights team. And this is the play here that everyone's talking about. This clearly was an icing, and he stops playing. He's been taught since a young kid, future young kid, to keep playing right to the whistle. LaCombe just ease up just a little bit, and the Vegas Golden Knights takes full advantage of it. Now we flash back to tonight's game. I thought he recovered quite nicely here, Liam. Just 2-on-1. He goes long body toward the puck. If you watch closely here, if he plays back again, he gets his glove right on the puck right there, and that throws off Theodore just enough that now the Vegas Golden Knights defenseman can't recover in time to get that puck past the net line. But Jackson McComb, he's the key. He's like the big anchor in that back end. He's going to play 25 minutes tonight. He'll play 200 feet defensively and offensively. They need him to get off this game to win advance past the series.
How about this little go? 10 points, 7 games that time. Joe Picoletti. He was aims to reach 10.
Joe Mick.
Oh, wow. Shout out Joe Mick.
Joe Mick. Joe.
Ducks. Nice.
That's your guy.
Looking for the first goal.
And so I did a music video, Baby Come Back for Mitch Marner. So I've already apologized. I love
On
you, Enzo.
YouTube. Check it out, Enzo.
I love you, Enzo. I love you.
Very good.
Like Australia coverage to bigger business and bottom line. So Kreider, how good it feel to save on your commercial auto insurance with Geico?
Get us out of the green here.
Can't test this. Stop. Come on.
I gotta do this for the copyright reasons to break all this down, otherwise that will get knocked off YouTube. We're in the intermission. It is 0-0 between Anaheim and Vegas. It was all Carter Hart making a ton of saves, and then 0 for 4 go the Ducks on their power play. They start with 4 chances right out of the gate. That's a little bit worrisome considering Vegas already has 1 game in this series. Ducks have played well, but they've got to be able to get this one tied up, all things considered. I know it's still early in the series, and the way that they've kind of pushed around and dominated, it feels good to know that you have the shot edge. But when you got that many power plays, you really got to take probably 2 of those because it was just back to back to back, essentially.
The Ducks already on the center in Anaheim game 2. Scoreless. After get set for period 2. For the Capitals goal. On the Ducks bench, our basketball player profile. Got our good friend Dorofeyev. Good with the 1981 St. Louis Blues. First game by NHL defenseman. Leads 10 career postseason points. He has 9 assists.
Let's get going here. With the start of the second period, we're still scoreless as Rasmus Andersson will send this one. It'll be chased by Howden. Minchikov getting caught in a headlock a little bit toward the left side as this is now right to left come the Ducks in the jerseys in white with the orange across. Here's a ripper, and this one will get deflected here. Kreider was the one that let it go. Terry now tries to get a steal as he battles for it near the right side boards. It eludes Leo Carlsson. 3-on-3. Marner, slapper, big save, Dostal, rebound. He's got it behind him, and then the whistle has not blown. I was waiting for the ref to signify as Minchikov is on top of Marner here in front of the blue paint. Looks like Dostal's okay. He got away from the chaos, but we were waiting for the Zebras to go ahead and blow the play dead. It was a little auspicious there. Make sure that that blue paint's all clear and Lucas Dostal's okay. I think all the crises have been averted here at this point within the first 40 seconds of the opening frame. Okay, Korchak will send this one in as the Ducks got some work to do. Jacob Trouba try to loft it out. And Joe Quenneville's squad with the start again from right to left. Another good hit in between the players' benches as the Zebras got to stand up near the bench itself or he would have got absolutely bowled over. So the linesman ends up getting out of the way. This will be sent back around now for Leo Carlsson. Johnson now had a piece of it. And start again now, Dorofeyev had his pass turned over right across that Vegas Golden Knight logo. This goes back to Carter Hart. Stopped all 13 shots he faced in that first period. That's why we're still scoreless. Ducks had 4 power plays all in a row within the first probably 6 minutes and could not convert, as this will be sent back down the inboards now. And off the backside, this is a great pass, turnaround shot, and it'll go just wide. I have to pull back up my Ducks roster's one-timer there for Cutter Gauthier, as that one's fought off by Carter Hart. Now to the right side boards. This will be Mikael Granlund. He gets absorbed into the left side boards while Bill can't pry it loose. This is in the high slot now, and this pass will go wanting from Tyson Hines. And behind the inboards, picked up here. Gauthier. He gets swept from underneath his feet. Here's another chance for Hines, and this will catch the glove hand. Looked like there was a loose blade or something on the ice. That'll get cleaned up by the next time we get our face-off. As Ross Johnston really got a piece of Ben Hutton in that camera shot. This has been a very physical game, too, between these two. Much more than I even saw the other day, covering Colorado and the Minnesota Wild, with the exception of all the damage that Nathan McKinnon was doing to Quinn Hughes and some of the other big boys. So 14-7 still on the shot board. John on your play-by-play man. And yes, that is a little bit of a blade repair for John Carlsson of the former Caps. So that is indeed what I saw. Those are easy to do. You just pop those ones right back in, I'm told, and across for those equipment. Picked up for those blades. It's a lot easier to get done, not more so than the sharpening. You just pop those blades in there and fix it up. Ryan Paling, he's a former Flyer, and this one is lost. This is sent across the inboards now and start again. Minchikov, not before a whistle. I think we're going to get a penalty hand in the air. Vegas again. This is the 5th time, I believe, Unless we got a duck going in the box. I think it is a duck. Jeffrey Veal. What did he do? Hook toward the face of Braden McNabb. So he gets busted with a high stick, and Vegas is going to go to their second power play. Ducks have had 4. This is Vegas' second go-around. The shot board's starting to get a little bit more even at 13-7. Ducks not quite doubling them up right now. But since the Ducks didn't score in their first 4, as I mentioned, does Vegas score here and get the first of the game? Because it's going to be a big one either way. Ryan Poehling back out there. He had some even strength time. Now he wins it very clean on the kill. This will be lofted down by Trouba. Carter Hart start this one again and see who they trust on the back end for Vegas. And off the drop pass, it was Shea Theodore setting it up initially. Jack Eichel one more time carries it in. Stone, windmills. He tries to get around 2 Ducks. It'll be a race for it now near the right side boards. And a back pass will get curled in. Carter Hart will slow it down behind a cage. And the first 40 seconds of Vegas' second power play has expired. We're still waiting for the game's first goal at 16:40 thereabouts in the second. Eichel, pass deflected. Ducks will take the long flip from about 150, and that one will hit the ceiling, so it'll blow the play dead automatically, and we'll have to get this one closer to the neutral zone. Vegas has 1:12 left to go on their second power play at 16:37 on the middle frame left in a scoreless game. Ducks get another D-zone power play draw, and they'll win it here for Pavel Minchikov. Start this one again, try to flip it up ahead for Jansen Harkins. Good contest near the left side of the glass. Vegas and John Tortorella's squad will hold it in. Still contested in that same spot. Puck really hasn't moved. It gets around Wild Bill. Back to Barbashev. Hertl holds it in. Now Vegas gets some power play possession here. It hits Dolstall up in the grill. Picked up now by Rasmus Anderson, barely holding the left side blue line. Back around now, Howden will hold the point. This goes to Barbashev right in the middle of the slot. Tomas Hertl had it. He's battling with Minchikov. Vegas gets it. Here's a lofted pass. One touch. Rasmus Anderson with a clapper. That one just missed. As Dolstall reached the glove out there, but he didn't have to find anything. It bounces back to Rasmus and between the opposite circles. And Vegas now lofted ahead. This will be dropped ahead now for the Ducks. John Carlsson, slap shot rim around the end boards will work as a full cell clear. Vegas goes 0 for 2. The Ducks are 0 for 4. 6 power plays combined have already been the amount from game 1. We're 15 left to go in the second. Not even 5 minutes expired. Former Capital Nick Dowd, he has to take a seat. As John Carlsson, he gets pinned against the glass. Big hit near the right side there. Leaves up the puck here for Vegas. And now John Carlsson, he'll pop back up. He's out there with Minchikov. And a race the other way now for the Ducks. Here's Chris Kreider. Kreider's got to slow up and send it around the end board, so he'll go chase. Now for Leo Carlsson and Chris Kreider try to find it in the offensive zone. Leo now near the right side boards. Gets this one back in the high slot. Tyson Hines with a touch pass. Here's Troy Terry. Terry fires it at the net. It's deflected. Goes to Tyson. Tyson down near the left side for Leo Carlsson in the 1991 inverse. Troy Terry. Terry now. Back for Hines on the left side boards. And this will be off the spin and turn. Anaheim being kept to the outside. Good steal here for Vegas. They'll loft it and try to see if they can take a change, but they can't. They gain the red. Just barely missed it by a couple of strides. Nick Dowd, who's exhausted with his head down and over his shoulders, he's got to stay out there on the ice, although he is one of the preeminent face-off men that we have in the league. Tomas Hertl with a back pass set up for Rasmus Anderson. Just a little bit of the scoop of the trapper was enough for Lucas Dolstall. That shot was going low, but it probably was going to go low and in if he didn't get a glove hand on it. So Nick Dowd out there for $125. Sissons 111. Theodore 131. It's an extended shift for the mustard gold. Got to win another D-zone draw. Dowd can't win it. It's Jackson LaCombe now from the high slot ripper. This is deflected again. Picked up now for the Ducks in their own end. 6 minutes have expired of the second. Still waiting for the game's first goal. LaCombe, they'll get it back. He sends it D to D near the left side blue line. Jackson LaCombe plays it off the skate. Little half spin. Holding that L2. Keeping this alive now. Here's a chance for Trouba. Looking for a deflection in front of the net. And this one knocked away for Cutter Gauthier. Trouba now for LaCombe. LaCombe throws it in an open right corner. Takes a heavy hit to do so. And now the Ducks got to chase it in the offensive end. Good physicality there for Dowd. Still can't get off the ice because Vegas can't clear. And this is not going to roll down for icing, so they can finally get off the ice. But John Tortorella's squad got to take the change quickly. 13-15 left to go in the second, and now the Ducks will shoot it up and out of play. So we will take a break at 13:15.
Chasing business career card is made for people like Sam who make
Everyday products designed smarter. Like a smart coffee grinder that will express things for you.
oh, genius. For more breakthroughs like that,
I need to break your card.
like ours, with 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart
A
ideas.
brilliant reality.
The 8 business career cards from Chase for Business. Make more for choice.
Fitness is a can of Valspar Ultra for $29.98. It's also a realization that you'd rather exercise your mind. Valspar, affordable, durable, available at Lowe's.
Let's go back to the play by Nate Dowd. He's in the circle. He realizes all these guys are going off the ice. So he has to come to this area to buy some time to not allow the quick up. He holds, and then he's able to eventually work himself over.
Ducks win an ozone draw. 13:05 left to go in the second. This one's sent to the net. Picked up off the backhand by the Ducks. And they'll put it across the left side wall. It'll be chip deflected off the outside of the cage, I believe. I thought I heard a clink. As this will be sent in now. Ducks have to get through a couple of hits from their own end. And pick it up now. Paling with a beautiful pass. This one blocked out in front by Carter Hart and sent back down the ice. Vegas will be forced to ice it, but Ryan Paling with an absolute dot there, and then somehow got missed. And Carter Hart's already doing some mask repairs as this one was pushed. Beckett Sennecke had a good feed there. It was Paling to Minchikov, and it hit Carter Hart right in the dome. And then tried to get deflected by Veal. And almost had a stick right in his head, his mask too. So 14-14 so far, but that needs to be adjusted a little bit. That's more towards 16 now at this point. They gave those shots there for Vegas instead of Anaheim. It is Rasmus Anderson now off the D-zone draw, and this will be lofted at least back into the Duck zone end. Jackson LaCombe, the left side red line, another good physicality there for Stone, pries the puck loose, and this will be sent in. Again, tomorrow at 7:30 will be Carolina, Philadelphia. I'm going to take the off day and spend that with the misses. And I'll jump back in about 7:15 Friday in between Buffalo and Montreal. 12:10 left to go in the scoreless second. John, I'm the play-by-play man from Las Vegas, Nevada, and Sin City. It's T-Mobile Arena action at Game 2 between Anaheim and the Vegas Golden Knights. This is settled back down now for the Ducks. And earned around the inboards by Chris Kreider. Leo Carlsson in a pinch. He tries to throw it out in front of the net. It'll bounce right back to him. Leo now in the high slot. Jackson LaCombe across the left side boards. LaCombe with a one-timer. This one fought off the post. Picked up now by Carlsson off the drop pass. And Vegas will get this out. Mitch Marner can rush and take a change for John Tortorella's squad. We're almost halfway through regulation here, still waiting for the game's first goal. Picked up now off the back pass here for the Ducks. Chance in front of the net, and Vegas will clean that up. Barbashev gets it out quickly. Stick shot. Off the 1-on-2, Dorofeyev. It takes a couple Ducks to take him off the puck. Pavel Minchikov. He turns it over. It's fought off by Dostal, but the Ducks pick it up. They were the only one there. Otherwise, it would have rolled in the net. Jacob Trouba might have saved the goal. And this will go the other way. Picked up now by Vegas. Barbashev will lead the rush. Eichel on the right side wing up the rim around. Should it get there? Ducks try to cancel it off. Eichel will hurry up and hustle here for Tyson Hines, who gets it out front. Minchikov now will play this off the bounce. Left side red line, content to clear it in. 10:35 left to go in the second. We're still waiting on the game's first goal. Kreider walked in front for Sennecke. What a stop there for Hart. That was a great play. This is deflected in Vegas now. One more time as it bounces off the escape play to Hines. We'll start again. Tyson Hines did not gain the red, but he got a fortunate bounce. Picked up now by the Ducks as Kreider will watch this one get sent in the corner. Stick lift and get the steal. Paling with some excellent work. And the Ducks will spin around. John Carlsson, and on the pinch, this will go back now for Shea Theodore. We'll try to loft it out. Kreider gets a hold of it. Ducks keep it in. Joe Quenneville's squad providing the pressure as Braden McNabb has to take a hit. Ducks with some excellent work here, as this is not out of Vegas' D zone yet. A couple touch passes there. We'll finally get it out. But one more start again for Tyson Hines. 9:40 left to go in this fast-moving game. That's because we don't have a goal yet. Here's Carter Hart near the left side of the glass. It'll be a chase here for the Ducks. A good forecheck. Vegas finally escapes the press, and this will be sent in off the back pass. John Carlsson will take a hit. This is Rasmus Anderson trying to chase the puck right now, and Troy Terry will take another hit. This is settled back around now for Minchikov. Pavel Minchikov goes off the drop pass at 16:11 on the shot board for the Ducks. Leo Carlsson, and across the right wing, there's a good cancel off there. And Vegas will start with the puck. We'll have to go full sail in the mustard gold in the mix of the white and red striping and black pants. They are used to playing in the playoffs, this expansion franchise. What is this, season number 7 now for Vegas? It's certainly been a while, but they do have a Stanley Cup to their name. They're always going after the big swing, and that was a big coaching change. Out in front and scores! It's Beckett Sennecke! And the Ducks have the first goal of the game. Finally, there was a good steal. You're right behind the net of Carter Hart. Had to get a number on that who got the initial primary, but Beckett Sennecke scores the first goal of Game 2. So Veal gets a steal behind the net. He gets a set up there, top shelf for Beckett Sennecke at 8:28. And the Ducks have the first goal of the game. You could argue they should be up by more, and that would be an easy argument to make, but Veal Gets this pass right away from Mitch Marner, and that's roofed. It finally beats Carter Hart. Can't blame him on that one. Ducks take the lead as we go to break.
Livingston County Healthcare is moving forward. If you've trusted Trinity Health Livingston before, we're ready to welcome you back. Now in our brand
So it's officially Jeffrey Veal and Ryan Paling from Beckett Sennecke, his second of the playoffs.
continue that tradition with care that's personal and nationally recognized. From routine care to advanced procedures, even state-of-the-art treatment, close to home, all designed with you in mind. No further expanded services, same commitment to this community. Trinity Health, we see all of you.
First time score. Card takes a corner. Thrill.
I know this goes without saying, in the playoffs the game will get physical and things can get daunting, but I really like the way that the Ducks have pressured Vegas. It's just been unrelenting wave after wave. You know, the quack quack that they use, there has been a lot of that. And maybe that quack will turn into a crack for the Vegas Golden Knights armor as this continues. Again, they're trying to get their first win of this playoff series in round 2 against VGK. And you, like I said, the 0 for 4 in the power play in the first, you'd think they should be up by more. I would agree with you if you make that statement. But if you just continue to repeat the process and bang the drum here, I do think the Ducks are going to break through. If they found a way, let's say Colorado advanced, and it was Colorado and the Anaheim Ducks in round 3 of the Western Conference Finals, I think that would be farther than anyone expected the Ducks to go. But that would be pretty damn entertaining. There should be high scoring. There should be very offensively friendly and fast paced. I don't think they would hold on against Colorado, but I certainly wouldn't mind watching it. Got a long way to go before we get there, though. Eichel trying to win the draw. Ducks do finally draw first blood at 8:31, as this will be settled back down. I got 8:05 left to go in the second, and the ESPN box has it all the way to 33 seconds in the second. So hopefully that's a timeout. It's an extreme typo, not that far delayed. Here's another chance that's loose out in front of the net, and the Vegas Golden Knights will clear it up. Eichel got Stone with him. He elects to shoot, but he hits the glass. Captain C and Mark Stone will send this one back around. Barbashev can't get there in time, as this will be flipped back down. Vegas now for Rasmus Andersson. Will chip it in across the left side red line. It'll be played by Bill Stoll. Not a lot of work for him so far. Vegas with just 12 shots. That's only an average of 6 per period. If that would hold right now, that's not enough. Rasmus Andersson will get a courtesy look as it bounces up a 5-hole. Bill Stoll back in behind now for Eichel. It's been Vegas's best pressure here so far in this second round. Jackson LaCombe takes a hit, and it's over the head of Rasmus Andersson by Chris Kreider, and then off a skate blade. This will be gloved down very quickly by Lucas Dolstall. He was alert from about 100 feet. It's Troy Terry, open across the right wing. Terry cuts his way inside off the drop pass. Leo Carlsson from a sharp angle. That one's fought off by Carter Hart. They'll pick it up now to the right side off a stick blade. It's Troy Terry. Terry now will play the back pass. Minshikov, the defensive partner in Wade, as Jansen Harkins will send this one down and start again for Shea Theodore. Off the touch pass, Minshikov intercepts. 6:25 left to go in the second. John, we're with you on a solo call. Minshikov partially fans. That should give Anaheim and Joe Quenneville's time to change for their forwards, as Shea Theodore had to stay out there. Theodore's pass gets deflected across the right boards, and Vegas now intercepts. Can they finally go left to right? There hasn't been a lot of that. There will be a chase for the puck now for VGK, while Bill takes a hit and behind the net. Be settled now for William Carlsson. It's just his third game back. He hasn't played in months, but he's one of the original tenured Golden Misfits and the Stanley Cup champion. Very important. If you have him on that third line as he continues to shake the rust off, I think you're in good shape. This one bounces, And this will be picked up here for Rasmus Andersson before it ever hit Carter Hart. Rush the other way now. There'll be a spin and turn. Keegan Kolesar dwarfed near the right side boards. Riley Smith trying to emerge with a couple of stick chops, not giving up on the play. Smith steals on his backhand, throws it to the point. This is deflected. Vegas barely holds it in. 5:20 left to go in the second now. As it goes to the left side boards, it's Rasmus Andersson to the traffic, like it's deflected. Back around now for Brett Howden. Anderson wants it. Spin and turn for Hannafin. Just keeps it in as Vegas has some work to do. This will be knocked away from Colton Sissons, and now the Ducks finally steal. They elect for the long flip, and they have iced the puck right at 5 minutes. Most points from players 25 or younger. So points from players 25 or younger officially for the reporting. Ducks at 34, Canadiens 33, Sabres 32. Canadiens and Sabres are part of that game 2 on Friday I'll be covering. Alec Nava and Ian Genji had the early one. I got the late game here for you tonight. As this is Jack Eichel. This gets knocked away from Braden McNabb. Shea Theodore one more time. Has it across center ice. Eichel. He gets canceled off, and it was a pass for Mitch Marner right up the gut, will be deflected. And now this will be sent back down for Beckett Sennecke. Theodore takes a hit. Troy Terry frees it up. And this will go down the ice, be blown dead against John Tortorella's squad. Hybrid ice won by Jackson LaCombe at 4:30. So Matthew Schaefer probably going to win Rookie of the Year for the Calder, but Sennecke's got 23, tied for first in goals, 37 assists is second, points is 60, which is second. Power play points, I believe, was tied for third, if I saw that. I didn't catch the graphic in time. But Sennecke's had a great year. He was an early pick by the Ducks. He didn't expect to go that early in the first round, but he's been unbelievable. He's got good coaching behind him as well. Regardless of anything that's been going on with Quenneville off the ice before he came here, you knew with all the development that Pat Verbeek had with these young players, you need a coach to push them in the right direction, and that have worked out well. Here is a wrister. This will get knocked away, and off the rush now, Stone tries to chase it as we got 4 minutes left to go in the middle frame. Beckett Sennecke, the only goal from the second frame, and that is why we sit 1-0 Ducks. They had 4 power play chances in the first, did not score. Vegas only had 2, 1 in each period. They've been turned aside. Leo Carlsson now, the 1-on-2, he loses the puck. Rasmus Andersson been calling his name a lot lately, and off the drop, it's crossed, it's wide, and a sharp angle chance. Ducks try to get it out. A sweeping play for Vegas will give this right to Anaheim. And a soft chip off the glass for Veal, who's already got the primary assist from that opening goal. We'll get this one down. Ducks will take a change. Now to the left side dot. That is where the puck is now as this flips ends. Be sent in here for Pavel Minchikov. It's been fun to watch the Ducks here for the first time this year as Ross Johnston will send this one across the end boards. They play this game fast with a lot of pace, try to get a lot of shots on net. Sharp angle chance will be read by Carter Hart. Rasmus Andersson will get this out before he's got to take a hit. 2:50 left to go in the second. Howden, one more touch. Mitch Marner, sharp angle chance. This will be in and out of the glove hand of Lucas Stolstol. Not a lot of work for him so far. Shot part kind of low. It's 18-14 Ducks. They got a 1-0 lead. There'll be a chance now off the backhand as Go Knights Go rings around T-Mobile Arena. John on here, I'm your play-by-play man. We're about to end this second as Keegan Kolesar takes his set. Mikael Granlund, haven't called his name in a while, the former star. Picked up now the other way off a long chance. And this will be saved by Carter Hart. That was let go by Cutter Gauthier. Now to the left side inboards. This will be intercepted now for Tyson Hines. Excellent work for the young defenseman off the drop now for Alex Killorn, the former multiple Stanley Cup champion for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He gets taken down. No penalty call. Maybe we do got one now toward the linesman. He was in between a bunch of players. Keegan Kolesar doesn't like it. I think he's going to sit in the sin bin right at 2 minutes. So they're going to get a full power play time before the ice scrapage if they don't score early. So Ted Turner is the initial guy for TNT when it's Turner Broadcasting. He passed away at 86. So our condolences for the TNT side of the broadcast crew, 1938 to 2026. One of the headmen for sports on TV and everything else. It's been a very good broadcast for them, and he'll be missed.
It's not just clean, it's Mr. Clean.
Everything on the IHOP value menu is just $6. You can go all out.
2 minutes left to go here in the first.
$6 every day. And OMG, here's a new BLT and the perfect fries. Celebrate every day for just $6 with the IHOP value menu.
Welcome back to fifth power play tonight for the Anaheim Ducks. The whole four of the first period game. 5 shots on their first power play. No shots on goal on the last three. They're up to Granlund, Kreider, Harry. And it's the Carlsson, Leo, and John.
Keegan Kolesar in the box for tripping. This is right at the 2-minute mark, so Ducks can have this whole set here if they choose to do so. John Carlsson now for Leo. Troy Terry is on the right side dot. He gets a one-timer. This one goes wide as Leo will pick this one up off the embankment. Now back around now for Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier. He is surveying. Near the left side dot, pass across. This is knocked away. This goes back to him near the right side boards. It is now John Carlsson of the Caps. We'll send this one up, and this is knocked away. Again, I'll keep saying that across the boards because you got John Carlsson and Leo Carlsson, both spelled differently, and they both play different positions. Picked up now. Here for Granlund. John Carlsson from Leo. Mikael Granlund trying to get Terry a one-timer near the right side dot. Vegas really sitting on that. Try to get more traffic in the net. We're trying to do that there with Chris Kreider and at the bumper. He was so good at deflecting pucks as a blue shirt. Here is Leo. Right to Chris, right in front, and Carter Hart's going to make the save, and that's going to draw a crowd right at 47 seconds. You got Kreider, Granlund, Carlsson, Terry, and Leo on the ice right now. Still the first power play line. They're going to get all 2 minutes here as we stick the way out of the zone. Jackson LaCombe, the back end support, stops the shorthanded breakaway. He's got it now. Near the right side blue line, find the entry for Granlund, trying to keep the backhand pivot alive. It goes back to Jackson LaCombe near the right side blue line. Here's a wrister right in front. Killorn gets initially denied. Another chance goes above Carter Hart's net. and up and out of play. He was in desperation mode, but that second shot, I don't believe ever got there. 20 seconds left to go. So a screen in front, the initial one is stopped by Hart, and I think the second one, yeah, it did. It got blown high over the glass. Kaloran's first attempt was saved, and then Cutter Gauthier sails it. He had a wide open net to shoot at, and then he looks a little starstruck to himself with his eyes wide open at the fact that he even missed it. It's Ryan Poehling, another good face-off man, this time on the Ducks side. He got nicked out of the Vegas Golden Knights, another former Cap. It's Rasmus Anderson. Catapult this down the ice, and this will go full sail. Lucas Dolstall stop. Got time for one more rush for the jerseys in orange and white. Jackson LaCombe push this one ahead. Sharp angle chance goes up and out of play at 3.6. And unless we get a face-off win and a shot immediate for a goal in less than 4 seconds time, that should end the second period. The Ducks will have a 1-0 advantage with their power play expired. Still waiting for that puck to drop before I take a break before the start of the third period. It's been an entertaining contest. I'm not going to say the Vegas Golden Knights are in survival mode. I think that was a better second period for them. But the Ducks' speed is evident. And for Vegas being a veteran-laden team that they are, this will be one of the only times I say that. I just don't think they have the foot speed to match up with the Ducks, but they should have the smarts because these kids are still learning how to play on the fly. So Vegas wins the draw, and that officially ends the second frame. Beckett, Sennecke, the only goal. And Anaheim scores at even strength. They lead 1-0 after 40. Come back, we'll call the third unless we need more. So let's get you the official numbers here. It's 21-15 on the shot board. And from that frame, 6 for the Ducks and 11 for VGK. So 11-6 VGK led the shot board that period. Hits are 29-27 now for the Ducks, and we'll see who leads that period as well. (17-16) Ducks. Face-offs are heavily dominated by the Golden Knights, and I would imagine what their crew would be. 27-13 VGK. (11-5). And then power plays 0 for 5, Vegas 0 for 2. I said in the first 40 seconds of the puck was loose from the Marner shot. Good save amongst traffic. Vegas was caught in a long shot for the fourth line and survived early. Stepped aside at 13-15. It was a physical game and behind the net. Beckett, Sennecke scores in the setup from Beal behind the net at 8:28. Keaton Kolesar got busted for a hook on Kaloran right at 2 minutes. But the Ducks don't score. They did go 0 for 5 again, as Vegas mentioned, 0 for 2. Shots on goal 21-15. Anaheim hits 29-27 for the Ducks as well, but face-offs are all VGK, 27-13 in totality, 11-5 that period.
Celebrate every day for just $6 at the IHOP value menu.
And you can have whatever you want for a price.
Latest trends? Sure.
And don't forget Tomas.
So just one goal through 40 minutes. Carter Hart's been about as good as he could be. He needs some action to go the other way. We'll step aside. I'll be right back.
We're getting you a better deal. Because at Marshall's, we believe that everyone deserves a good deal.
Hey, you can earn 5% cash back on that. He's a real market. You can earn 5% cash back on that.
And this is from the morning every day.
Just earned 5% cash back on it. Also, if I spend a condo on Dorofeyev jewelry, earn 5% cash back in different categories each quarter on up to $1,500 per purchase when you ask.
It's a summer intermission report. 2 periods have come and gone. 1 goal scored. Gauthier, great passing. Sennecke doesn't get all of it, but he gets enough of it. The 20-year-old, the only goal in the game. Thought there was going to be another one. Gauthier cannot believe it. Goes up to Noah Adams' mistake. The net was open. He was sure he was going to bury it. As a result, it's like 1-goal game going to the 3rd period. So Vegas is still very much in this lane. Keep on this net. And it's Carter Henry. Lundqvist. Listen, before that goal, we talk about low event games. We don't talk about often in this postseason. That was almost a no event period until that goal. It's interesting. We'll get to some of the guys who aren't doing much right now. We're Vegas, but let's start with Anaheim. Let's go through this goal. Discover highlights. What'd you see?
Well, I thought did a great job of breaking it down. A few mistakes on Vegas' part as we roll this clip here. And it's a great job by Mikael on the forecheck here. He touches it up so there's no ice and ends up slowing up before it gets to the goal line. And then it's just a reverse play where the defenseman here goes for a little bit too much of a skate. Ends up going around the net. That's slow down. And you got to stop up there. And Marner tries to make up for his mistake. But to me, it's all about the L. It's not only the original forecheck, but the fact that he gets that play stopped up. Carter does a great job by trying to intercept that pass by getting his paddle and blocker out. The Sennecke is pretty tight to the net, so there's not much of an angle to make it. So if he doesn't elevate that puck, Carter ends up getting a paddle on it, but he gets it over it. And you know, when you do that, you overcommit. Therefore, when the shot comes, you can't really get your glove on it because you're so much field over.
Yeah, you run a risk of being late coming across because all your weight is on the right leg, right? So as a goalie, the rule is really don't overextend and try to block a pass. Keep it tight to the post. But the pass is kind of perfectly plays over the stick. But I mean, if you really want to, if you break it down to the little details here, yeah, you don't want to overextend your that much because again, it would be too much of coming to your left afterwards. But it was just great execution. To your point, it was a couple mistakes that happened, and Anaheim took it down. So great pass, great finish.
And great bang for their buck, too. You look at Sennecke, Biel, not playing that much. Both play about 5 or 6 minutes. I think we're talking on camera because one thing that I'm a little concerned with Anaheim is they're not really spreading that ice time out for the whole lineup, whereas Vegas goes night something more depth and showing the ice time. Yeah, I mean, if you go down 0-2 to Vegas, I don't think you have a good chance of coming back and winning the series. So I imagine Q's going to overload the top guys with minutes here and keep pressing. Because I would say for a good part of this game, they have controlled the pace. The one thing, though, is Vegas continues to dominate the penalty kill. But right now I'm 0 for 9. This is something that if they don't start capitalize on, they're not going to be able to win the series. Like I just got that feeling Vegas does such a good job of hanging around. They're going to get their one power play opportunity here in the 3rd period. They're going to capitalize and eventually win this hockey game. So this is the one team you do not want hanging around. You saw it against Utah. They got dominated in the special team battle, and that could end up coming right there.
0 for 5 tonight, just 7 shots on goal. A couple guys we're looking for in Vegas that we expect to see in big moments. Jack Eichel, first 2 games, is 1 combined shot, 1 combined hit so far. We've been pretty good. Tomas Hertl, far in the postseason. Do you expect more game in, game out from Eichel?
I do. And it's still the second game in the series, so I'm not going to write Jack off. He's got the history that he's going to elevate his game. I'm sure at some point he'll put a stamp on the series. Tomas Hertl is the one that I'm a little worried about. I was a bit slow for whatever reason. And I know he's never been a speedster. He's never burned the ice up. Net front presence and strength of this game is strong on pucks. But I want to see a little more jump out of his game than right now. I'm not really seeing that.
He's going to end up finding one that front this period. That we reverse push them.
Is that what's
going to happen? I guarantee it's going to be set up by Jack Eichel, Tomas Hertl, net front, and we're going to be getting
and juicy Nick Marner too. I think we're in on that.
Very good.
Oh, you didn't want to say the word?
I didn't want to say the word, but I feel
Well, because you push players in the game, and you don't want to push the studio through here as well.
we don't want to work overtime. We don't like working through here.
Hold on a second, you just said it.
Livingston County Healthcare is moving forward. If you've trusted Trinity Health Livingston before, we're ready to welcome you back, now in our brand new hospital in Brighton. And if you've never experienced childcare, this is the perfect time to discover it. Families have trusted us for generations, and we're proud to continue that tradition with care that's personal and nationally recognized. From routine care to advanced procedures, we bring state-of-the-art treatment close to home, all designed with you in mind. New building, expanded services, same commitment to this community. Trinity Health, we see all of you. I don't know this brand.
That there's an Aldi brand. A lot of things around here are still paying big brand markups for all costs. We're on a cost. Like a bag of bread. And it's just as good. Stop paying for labels, Ace. Taste with your mouth, not your wallet.
It's a lot of brioche buns.
It's sloppy all night.
Difference is that save you money. It's an Aldi thing.
That name on your shirt, it means something. Because Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Tom, stop that. Now let's get out there and play like it.
Again, Doc? Parents need to stay over there.
Sorry, Coach.
Also, get your little buddy.
No! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
With the IHOP value menu, you can go all out. Because a whole feast is just $6. You can get a huge plate of eggs, bacon, and fluffy pancakes for just $6 every day. Or maybe you're in the mood for some thick, buttery, syrupy French toast. And OMG, there's a new BLT. And it comes with fries. Celebrate every day for just $6. The $6 IHOP value menu. Every day at IHOP.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steed, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Marshall's, our buyers hustle 24/7, so you never have to compromise on quality or price. Who said expensive taste had to be that expensive? And fast. That's not good. We get the deals, you get the good stuff.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off. Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off sometime.
Hey, you just earned 5% cash back on that. He's a real heartbreaker. You just earned 5% cash back on that. And this is from the morning of the day.
Extra 5% cash back. Also, the price of a condo on Gauthier. Earn 5% cash back in different categories each quarter up to $1,500 purchases when you act.
You're watching the Discover Intermission Report. Discover, the official card of the NHL.
Earlier this evening, Buffalo Sabres were dominating 4-2 to take a 1-0 lead in their second round series. Depth and defense, second power play getting it done for Buffalo. Lindy Ruff in the locker room was
Now, wait a minute. We can be better. We can be better now. Let's go get the second.
Give it a real Bobart. Not our best. We get the win now. Bobart has the Stanley Cup in Colorado. He's got 4 goals this postseason.
Yeah, I think that ties a career high for Buffalo Sabres as well. So that makes sense.
13. Sorry,
It's getting late.
it makes sense.
This game's put me to sleep. Time for an update. Get me an update. Get me an update. Get me a stepper. Let's go.
They're very tough.
Hey guys, see anything in the clouds? That one kind of looks like a cat.
Santa Claus, eating a sandwich.
That's specific.
A card that sees what we can't.
Yep, that's him.
How it should. The Hyundai Tucson.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson with 0% APR for 60 days, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky.
We have 2 kids, 5 dogs, 6 quizzes.
And a truck. It's really important to stay connected, being in the rural area.
The biggest thing with switching over to T-Mobile 5G internet was the blazing speeds and the reliability.
One day we had nothing, and next day we have everything.
Smoking fast internet.
At T-Mobile, bundle 4 phone lines with 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year.
The value that we get with T-Mobile is excellent.
Introducing new Kinder Bueno Frozen. Creamy, crispy, irresistible spoonful. Try new Kinder Bueno Frozen. Irresistibly Bueno.
Add a purpose.
Yeah, I do. When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Eagle, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Trophy. And with free assembly delivery, you're ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects is never easier. Around the block, what you need in stock is so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place of the helpful hardware, folks.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off. Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off sometime.
Feel more you than ever, without compromise. At TJ Maxx, you can afford to turn your closet into a place of endless expression. With the quality you deserve, styles you crave, and prices you love. Max what makes you you.
New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing. When your teeth are sensitive, they need special care. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective shield over those exposed areas that can help repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I recommend Sensodyne Clinical Repair.
Tidy Cat's latest mission, Achieve Life Tidy. With new Tidy Cat's Performance Plus Pump, catch assisted tracking control, advanced filter device, max power plumbing, we've got your back. New Tidy Cat's Performance Plus. Live your life.
Keep it tidy.
Stanley Cup playoffs on TNT Sports are presented by Geico. Back in Vegas, Shea they don't get Barbashev. Golden Knights trailing 1-0 in the first round. They won 3 games after trailing in the third period. How can they do it tonight?
Well, then you got to get the sense for the top two players tonight. One positive move for them, they won 27 of the 40 face-offs so far this season.
Yeah, I do. The reason why Vegas is
Let's get going here for the third. Anaheim has played well, but they are only up 1. That would be the one caution that I would throw to the wind here, but it's been a physical game between both of these squads. The Ducks went 0 for 5 on the power play. The Vegas Golden Knights 0 for 2. The only goal, Beckett Sennecke, assisted by Jeffrey Veal, and that is where we are right now, as it's an ozone draw by Joe Quenneville's squad, and they lose Rasmus Anderson now off the chip. We'll get this out and through the neutral zone, and this will be settled back down for Noah Hannafin. Now to the left side red line, as it'll be looped back down and across the inboards here, and started again for Jacob Trouba. Trouba now will waft it out of the zone as Hannafin will touch, and now Rasmus Anderson will start again from his defensive partner in Calgary, and Noah Hannafin. They'll go ahead and take a change. Hannafin stays out as everybody else gets situated for John Tortorella's squad. First minute has expired in this third period. John, I'm your play-by-play man. It's picked up now from Marner on the back skate. He'll throw a backhand toward the net, and Howden will pick this off across the inboards, and the Ducks will circumvent left to right. They're in the jerseys in white and orange mix. A long shot hits Carter Hart up high, but he'll hold at 18:57 from Pavel Menshikov. McNabb on the left side corner here as this gets picked up and across the inboards. And a rolling puck be recollected here for the Ducks. Stop and turn. And near the right side boards, there'll be a slap pass. May touched in out of the air and up a couple of stick lifts. I think it is Colton Sissons. We'll send this back in amongst the inboards and pull back up my rosters here as the Ducks will start again and from their own end. Toward the left side red line. This will finally get picked up now by the Ducks and Jansen Harkins. Everybody gets set to take a change. This will be sent back in the corner from the left side red line. Mitchell Marner, the former Maple Leaf. That was a big offseason acquisition for the Vegas Golden Knights. He was second in points for Vegas and behind Jack Eichel. This is picked up now for Wild Bill. We'll chase it in the corner. Shut up high hits Dostal. This will bounce toward the right side blue line and sent back in now. Here for Howden. Howden gets around a couple. Vegas has it. This is just kept in now. Vegas spin. William Carlsson leaves. He gets it right back. Oh, what a save for Dostal as he slides over to the left side red line. The one thing Vegas does very well, and they've done throughout this entire season, the regular season of the playoffs, is score goals in the third period. They're no stranger for them to come back. They're only down 1, and this really is a time where I think the Ducks need to score another one to stay away from that next goal situation. We'll get it tied. You don't want to have that. considering the way that they played. But it's also a good standing for a young team like Anaheim to figure out how to play with the lead. Even though it's tenuous at 1 goal, I think it's ultimately important. And as they go along, this experience will serve them well.
After all of that. Remember that one, Bush, say your last name Carlsson when you vote for dinner there under the alias.
Jack Eichel hooked up in the face right off the draw, and this is not called as the Ducks. They're able to get possession. That should have been a Vegas power play. That was right in front of the Zebras. Here comes Eichel now with a ripper, and this one will be closed in the 5-hole by Gauthier.
Let's go back to this face-off. Watch what ends up happening to Jack Eichel.
Granlund is there. He wins the puck back, and then the stick goes up from the face-off win from Granlund right to Eichel, and that's right in front of the referee.
Be in control of your stick regardless if it's your stick blade or the butt end of your stick. When that happened, the bench in your left was everybody was up, barking at the official why there wasn't a penalty.
Take another draw here to the left on. See if it's a little less uneventful. Will Carlsson will win it back. Picked up now on the backhand. Marner keeps it alive for Will. Try to throw this out in front of the middle of the slot. Vegas on the back skate will pick it up now for Braden McNabb. McNabb will push this one ahead while Bill's on the left side wing. And this will be sent in by Ben Hutton. Jackson LaCombe have this on the left side glass. LaCombe being bothered a couple of times. Excellent work to stay with it between 2 players. Get it now to Trouba. Trouba will just whistle it off the glass just out. Vegas on side, but they turn the puck over, and it's rolling end over end. Carter Hart anticipating what's going to happen next. And this will be Hutton to knock it away. Picked up now across the rolling vulcanized rubber. Start again now for Hines. Hines pass up the gut. It's a partial break, but it got sticked away in time by Vegas before the shot ever happened. As Brett Howden push it ahead now for Leo Carlsson. Carlsson now off the spin and turn. They'll leave it. And now the defense for the Ducks will get going ahead with Drew Hellison. Carter had to play that one very quickly and behind his net, and I'll leave for Noah Hannafin. Hannafin now gets it out. The Ducks trying to forecheck all over the place. Nicked out on the 4th line for John Tortorella. Have his pass pinball off sides. Ducks on a 1-on-3 near the players' bench as it's contested in the neutral zone. And settled down now for Nick Dowd. We'll have to spin around. He'll probably go ahead and get off the ice. He'll do just that. As it's Shea Theodore. He'll gain the left side red line and rim it in. They've been chasing now for Tomas Hertl and Jacob Trouba. Keep his head up. The former blue shirt. Push this one up the ice. This will get picked off. Here is Kolsar. Rim it around the inboards here. 5 minutes have expired in this third. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Ducks, courtesy of Beckett, Sennecke, and the second for Beal. And this will get sent back down. Shea Theodore. Let everybody take changes here. Mustard Gold's got the puck. They're going to be going right to left in terms of the gold, black, and the white and red stripes. As this is settled now for Barbashev. Barbashev now canceled around the corner, and the Ducks intercept. They got work to do in their own zone. Tyson Hines just get it out across neutral. Jack Eichel back out there, the former Sabre. He's got it. He had that fusion neck surgery from a few years ago. It was experimental at the time. Buffalo wouldn't let him do it. He got it done in Vegas. He's turned into a transformational 2-way forward. He's an absolute superstar. Is this one sent in now for Carter Hart? He's only given up 1. Vegas hasn't scored just yet. And 6 minutes of the third are about to expire. As Korchak try to get this one in deep. Settle back down for Trouba, who's double shifted back out there. And gaining across the red. Noah Hannafin. As this will be recollected across the inboards. And sent back down the ice. One more time off the backhand. Trouba lost it. Vegas will get possession. Hannafin with a clapper. This will go wide. Near the right side red line. Vegas working with it now. Gingerly in behind the net. 13:40 left to go in the third. They need this next goal to get it tied. Will Carlsson. He gets it sticked away from him behind the net. The Ducks escape the pressure. Push it up the ice. Looking up the gut now are the Ducks as Troy Terry plays it up the Kara right on in front. Scores! Troy Terry to Leo Carlsson, and the Ducks are up by a pair. So Chris Kreider going to get a secondary. Troy Terry gets a primary from Leo Carlsson. It's his fourth of the playoffs. More importantly, gives the Ducks a 2-0 lead as they try to work their way back to a 1-1 series. Vegas now needs to answer as this one goes up and out of play for the defensive slap shot.
Those who insure by that car must take up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance. The Chasing Business Premier Car is made for people like Sam who make
Everyday products designed smarter. Like a smart coffee grinder that will express things for you.
oh, geez. For more reviews like that,
And it breaks your car.
like ours, for 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with creative spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas.
Brilliant reality.
The 8 Business Premier Cars you chase for business. Make more for shows. Fitness is a can of Valve Sparkles for $29.98. It's also a realization that you'd rather exercise than lie. Valve Smart. Affordable, durable, available at Lowe's.
Shop the largest selection of Stanley Cup playoffs for pounds at NHL Shop. Take advantage of today's special offers on your favorite teams and brands only at NHLShop.com.
Face-off win for Vegas. They've just conceded another. They're down 2-0. Chance out in front. Big stop by Dahlstall, and then he holds onto it near the right side post and amongst a mass of humanity at 12:58. The shot board reads 23-19 in favor of Anaheim. And Orange County feeling pretty good about their team right now. Although we had the Kings that run the playoffs, they got eliminated by Colorado. You still have the Ducks here playing against Vegas. So I imagine if anyone advances there from the state of California, they're going to feel pretty good. But probably going to have to play against Colorado, I would imagine. They got a 2-0 lead against Minnesota. And Xcel Energy Center needs to be loud on Saturday for Game 3, I think, for Minnesota to get back into it. Now, if they weren't playing Colorado, I would expect them to probably make these Stanley Cup Finals. They are that good. It's just the Avalanche are a juggernaut. And remains to be seen. They're still 6-0 in the playoffs after sweeping the Kings and winning the first two against Minnesota. 12:30 left to go in the third. Here's Jacob Trouba. Rims it around the inboards here for Jackson LaCombe. And this will be sent back down the inboards and iced against the orange and white.
The most NHL Edge advanced stats. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
First foul of the Ducks. Goal lead over the Rangers Golden Knights.
While Bill off the tie-up for VGK, pries it loose. It's Noah Hannafin. He gets his wrister blocked. Picked up now for Howden momentarily. I haven't called Pavel Dorofeyev's name very often. He's a guy that can score hat tricks all over the place. He dominated the Utah Mammoth. They really need an answer here for Vegas to get somebody going as far as a heavy lift. Howden. Now for Carlsson. Line number 3 out there for Tortorella's squad. And this is picked up now for the Ducks. They have it in speed, but this pass bounces off a skate blade and goes back to Noah Hannafin as we're almost 10 minutes left to go in the third. Rasmus Andersson takes a slide, and this is off the drop pass now for Noah. Have to throw this into the corner, probably get a lane change, as this will be Mishakov sending in behind the glass. Rolling end over end as this is played by Carter Hart. We'll keep it going. 11:20 left to go in the third. John Ott, I'm your play-by-play man from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Vegas Golden Knights are down 2-0, and the Ducks are threatening to even this series at a game apiece. Picked up off the back pass now. Excellent work here for the Ducks as this gets sent in by Jacob Trouba. Picked up across the end boards for Alex Killorn. And on the left side, Keaton Kolsar trying to keep it alive. This is stick to head. Wrister for Tyson Hines, and that'll be deflected by Carter Hart. Really only giving up 2 goals. It's not really his fault in this game. Lucas Stolstall 19-19, but I don't really think Vegas has been all that dangerous as the Ducks have iced the puck.
Evolution of a young team where maybe early on in the season, offense was carrying them, but as the year goes on, you got to learn how to check. And certainly they're doing it here in this game for the good.
Ryan Poehling against Eichel. Poehling wins the draw, and Anaheim will start with possession. Keeping at the line for Rasmus Andersson gets canceled off. It's a 3-on-2. Ducks only have 2, and on the back end, they had the puck, but Vegas now intercepts. Here's a spin and turn. Push this one ahead from Mark Stone. Stone now starting to get a retrieval near the right side glass, and Vegas up to chasing the corners. Noah Hannafin's already back out there. He's going to need some help. As Tim Washy will flip this one in the corner. This pinballs right to the Ducks and Jacob Trouba. Jackson LaCombe, that top line back out there for defense. Eichel gets the steal. What can he do here off the backhand? He gets stick checked away, and the first 10 minutes have expired in the third. Halfway left to go in the last period. Hannafin flips it across for Rasmus Andersson. Little chip and chase. Into the corner. This takes a fortuitous bounce as Ivan Barbashev now, former St. Louis Blue and Stanley Cup champion, a couple times, picks it up. Vegas throw it down deep toward the left side red line. Trouba gets rid of the puck, and so does Gauthier. Catapult into the right side board corner and then flip back down across the Vegas emblem. They'll have it now with Ben Hutton. Throws it in the left side boards. 9:20 left to go in the third. The Ducks feel like they've been in complete control. If they would have finished off a couple power plays, this game wouldn't even be close. It's still only 2, though. Vegas gets 1 bounce. They can make things interesting as this is rolling back down end over end. Settle down now for Shea. Shea Theodore to Braden McNabb. Get things going from right to left. Hutton pushes this one up off the drop now for Mitch Marner to Will Carlsson. This is knocked away. Carlsson with inside oppositioning across the right side red line. His pass in the middle of the slot is picked off. Vegas tried to race. A good stick play will negate that away. Detroit Terry off the inverse for Leo Carlsson, 91-19 connection. Kind of reminds me of Polsha and Karloff from the Sharks portion for me. Can't wait to get that in the next part of the year because I just got messaged by the Michigan Shadow. Sent back around now for Jack Eichel. This will be picked up now by Howden. There's a tripping right in front. Eichel will draw it at 8:23, and we'll see who'll pick it up on the Ducks side. Vegas gets another power play. That would be their third, I believe, of the game. We'll step aside. Eichel gets tripped. Vegas gets the man advantage. So VGK got a power play upcoming. And let's see, I'll get the official numbers here for you. That will be, yes, their third. I'll be right back. And then we'll plug this phone in too.
Second half of doubleheader. This series heads to Anaheim. Knights, Golden Knights, Ducks, and then Saturday, CTDM Flyers.
Eichel keeping it alive. 30 seconds have expired from the Vegas power play. Rister gets blocked. Eichel picks it up now. Here for Mark Stone. He looks to activate him behind the net. This is a bumper pass, and it bounces off the inboards. Vegas have to start again. They'll find possession across the left wing as Eichel off the drop pass. Here's Shea Theodore. Theodore now for number 9. Jack Eichel back to Shea. High slot. Jack's got it on the left side down as they play catch. Here's the clapper. This one saved by Del Stahl. Chasing the corner here for Wild Bill and out again. The Ducks have done an excellent job on the kill as they needed to. The same thing for Vegas, but Vegas needs an answer here. Here's a pass across. They take out Del Stahl and his stick is broken. So Vegas has some work to do as this gets sailed all the way down to Carter Hartman, 170. Good breakout pass. Eichel stays out there, and this is sent back around the inboards again for VGK. They have it in the high slot. Jack Eichel, good feed. Pass across the right side. Down right after that. Dostal makes the same rebound. All sorts of traffic. There's another wrister. And this one blocked and never hit Dostal. It was dominoes in behind the net. But they'll survive as this is settled now for Rasmus Anderson off the drop pass to Tomas Hertl. Hertl now. Barbashev, he's got it. Brett Howden We'll send this back to Rasmus Anderson. Gotta shoot it. Howden now. Saved by Dostal and out. Vegas does not score on the power play. If not for all the players that were on the ice in the last portion of it, in the last 30 seconds, probably could have made it 2-1. Jackson LaCombe will stick it away. And Vegas would have been offside if they played. This is a great hold against the boards while Leo Carlsson to get the retrieval. John Carlsson open on the right wing side. And Jackson's still out there. Good outstretched pass to Troy Terry. Gets it across the right wing. 5:50 left to go in the third. It's loose out in front. Leo trying to drive it home. And this is saved by Carter Hart as we get some big pushing and shoving. Colton Sissons wants a piece of everybody as he's got Troy Terry in a hold, and so does Hannafin. So Vegas gets turned away. I thought Dorofeyev was right there. Frank Cervelli says, first run at top 5 my 2026 NHL mock. I have the Canucks taking Gavin McKenna at number 3. He's the most unlikable and dumbest hockey personality in the league, says one of them. I'd be surprised if Mr. McKenna from Penn State Nittany Lions lasts that long. I don't think there's any chance of that happening. And that had 76 likes from a private message board, so I don't think anybody agrees with that. Griffins win Game 3 of the Central Division semis.
Imagine a new home community built around you. Find it at ColderHomes.com.
When you have a Medicare partner,
Carter Mazur got the game-winning goal for the Griffins. Again, if he just stays healthy for the Red Wings, maybe you can see what he could be. Will be an ozone draw for the Ducks here. 5:40 up to go in the third as McNabb will whip this one out. Howden tried to give chase. That was Riley Smith. And this will be knocked away to the left side red line. 5:30 left to go in the third. Vegas down by a couple of goals here. Braden McNabb will send this one in. And we'll go ahead and chase as Riley Smith, one of the original tenured Golden Misfits. Sent back down for Colton Sissons, the former Nashville Predator, as this goes to the right side bumper. And Sennecke now on the rush. He opened the scoring. He's got up a long wrister, and this one just off the outside of the right post. As this will be flipped back in. Vegas has to give chase now inside the final 5 minutes. I thought the Ducks have played a very good road game. They got a little bit of finishing that they needed to, but we'll see if this continues. Cutter Gauthier. Carter Hart brushes this into the corner. He elected to play it quickly. Noah Hannafin now has some trouble with it. And behind the net, Gauthier try to loop this one toward the corner, but Barbashev steals. It's Eichel now off the top line. Stone with him. Eichel! He tried to slide it 5-hole, just missed. Barbashev keeps it alive at the point. Jack Eichel cross pass deflected nicely by Pavel Minchikov. As this is Stone. Stone now, and off the tie-up. This is Rasmus Andersson. We'll take a shot at the net as Eichel plays it off the bounce. The Ducks will steal nicely. Kill some time here as this will be sent back down. Picked up here for the Ducks. In for a moment. Troy Terry, Leo Carlsson gets intercepted. The Golden Knights almost run into each other for John Torella's squad, but we'll take a change now from their own. And here's a lofted pass, sauced out of the air to Brett Howden. Will Carlsson got partially deflected. Vegas does get onside, but this is contracted into the neutral zone. McNabb's got a slapper on the corner. Empty net now with 3:45 left to go in the third. Vegas down 2 goals. So all the stops here. Here is Theodore. Try to set this one up for Marner. His slapper is deflected and rolling back down across the left side red line. Shea catapults it into an open corner. It's picked up by the Ducks. Leo Carlsson. He bangs it in from 100. It was stolen nicely by the Ducks. It was an awful giveaway in the middle of the neutral zone. And that's an easy finish. Maybe Jansen Harkins is the one of the first celebration. I thought it was Leo Carlsson, 91. It looks like Jansen Harkins would be getting credit for this ENG. Let's take a look here. Jansen Harkins, yes indeed, at 16:30. So as this is picked off, this bounces. Yeah, it is Harkins. He picks it back up. He was offside, able to skate onside. No Vegas Golden Knights sight. Mr. Harkins scores a 3-0 goal with an empty net, and the Ducks are going to take Game 2 in Sin City. Hannafin, and that's a robbery for Dostal as he flashes the leather at 3:09. More VGK will combine in front of the crease of the orange and white. Hannafin able to walk into the left side dot and let a wrister go. That was low toward the glove hand. That's a beautiful stop there for Dostal as he's trying to keep that shutout going. 28-24 on the shot board. Jansen Harkins makes it 3-0 in terms of the empty net. That was unassisted. Leo Carlsson got his 4th of the period at 6:36 from Terry and Chris Kreider. That was a backhanded pass from Terry, right side post for Leo. Made it 2-0 before Jansen Harkins scored at 3:30. Tomas Hertl. Ninja Hertl might not be able to stay in the circle here. He will get kicked out. Harkins hasn't scored since New Year's Eve. Again, that was just given to us by TNT, so it's certainly been a while, but none bigger than this at the moment. Backhanded play for Dorofeyev. This gets knocked away right at 2:55. Vegas, I don't see any signal there for Carter Hart. He is still in the goal crease. Rasmus Andersson, I think he's still looking over to John Tortorella, but it is 3-0. Probably thinking it's done at this point. Hertl. High slot, great pass. Can walk in. It's at the net. It's loose. And this one is off the post. Players were diving all over the ice. And that does not go in. 2:25 left to go in the third. As Noah Hannafin has it now. The second time that Vegas came that close. The last one was more toward the 8-minute mark when they had that latest power play. But they've gone 0 for 5. Chance now for Howden will get the steal and work back around the end boards for Ben Hutton. Hutton pushed this one up ahead. Hertl too far for him. 2 minutes left to go in the third as this goes back from Rasmus Andersson to Noah Hannafin. Touch pass here. Barbashev gets this one up the gut. Back to Eichel. One more try to leave for Stone. Bounced up in the air. Eichel going to get there first. A lot of fans have left their seats, and these Stanley Cup playoff tickets are not cheap. 1:40 left to go in the third. Barbashev sends in the corner. Eichel high slot. Settle back down for Hutton. Wrister from Rasmus Andersson. That one goes wide at 1:30 left to go in the third. 90 seconds less. As this one sent back around the end boards. Eichel into an open corner, easily read by the Ducks and picked off. Jacob Trouba gets it out. It's going to be packing their bags to Orange County at this point. Vegas is going to be down in this game 3-0. That's probably the scoreline they're going to lose. It'll be 1-1 in the season series. They'd be fortunate that it's 1-1 because I thought the Ducks played excellent to win this in game 2, and they should have won game 1. Intercepted across the middle of the slot. Here's an opportunity for Sennecke. Sennecke power move. We'll circle back down to the left side red line and take a hit. As this is intercepted now by Vegas. 45 seconds left to go in the third. Ducks have a 3-0 lead. They scored twice in the third period. Leo Carlsson and Jansen Harkins with the latest in the final frame. Toward the left side of the neutral zone. Sent back down for the Ducks. And start again. Here for Drew Hellison. Sent this one down with 15 seconds left to go. Shea Theodore. He can't find the puck. Ducks steal. Send it toward Carter Hart. We'll get a whistle and a stoppage at 14.3. But this game is certainly done unless we get another penalty call. We got a whistle, but I'm not sure what it was. This was Rasmus Anderson near the left side of the post. And then Jackson LaCombe just has his feet in against the post. The left and right skate as Anderson trying to bank it off. LaCombe goes to a full dive to try to just army crawl and keep this away from the blue paint. And Vegas came close twice, but did not score in this third. And then Ross Johnston with a cross check toward the face. It'll be another Ducks penalty. So Johnston in the box. It's not going to stay the full 2 minutes because there's only 14.3 left to go in this game. It's been a tremendous job for Anaheim to answer here in game numero dos. Smith, Sissons, and Dowd, that forward group on the ice. This is touched by Theodore. Near the left side, Doughton scores. It rolls past the 5-hole of Dostal, but it's too little too late. It's a power play goal for Vegas, but it's only going to make it 3-1. That'll be your new final. So the Ducks were one of the only teams, and they've been the only team in the regular season that never had a shutout. They were 5.6 seconds away in Game 2 of the second round playoff against Vegas, but Mark Stone gets a tip on the power play, but that's way too little too late. Anaheim's going to win this game 3-1, and they'll go back to the Honda Center with the series tied. You got to feel very good about the way they played. Vegas is going to need an answer. I think they got a split. I think they can. They have the veteran experience, but the way that the Ducks have played in the first two games, kind of driving the play, using their speed and taking it to this veteran-laden Golden Knights team. Ducks could be a serious contention for a Western Conference final in between the Colorado Avalanche or the favorites now. I would certainly take the Avalanche to go to the Stanley Cup Finals if it would be Avs-Ducks, but that would be pretty damn entertaining to watch them get it. I'll see you about 7:15 Eastern on Friday when the Sabres and Canadiens get it going again for Game 2. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Ducks win this one 3-1. Peace, guys. Ducks win 3-1. Talk to you Friday.